Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to another Health episode on My Health, Your Health. And today on another episode we'll be discussing healthy living with people with special needs. That is, we are in the part of the world where people with special needs are being looked down on. And today on the show we're gonna be discussing health requirements for them, and we'll be letting you see the reasons why you need to include these people too as part of us. These people are not far from us, they are also part of us, and they too need to be treated right, they too need to be treated well. So today we'll be discussing healthy living for people with disabilities, and on the show today is Mrs. Ahmed Shekinat Folashade. She's the founder of NIPSN, Network for Inclusion of People with Special Needs, an organization, a non-governmental organization that is focused on people with special needs to help them in terms of vocation, skills, providing counseling, providing healthcare, and lots more. And I'm so happy to have her joining me live on the show today, this morning. So, Mrs. Ahmed, you're welcome to the show, ma.
Thank you very much.
All right, so I'm so privileged to have you. Thank you so much for honoring the invitation, ma'am.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to be here.
All right, thank you, ma. Okay, so you have a great passion for advocating for people with disabilities. When did you discover that passion, and when did you start doing stuff relating to that passion? Was it immediate?
Yeah, initially I've always wanted to be a teacher.
Okay.
So my aim is just to go to teaching school, that's the NCE, do my degree and become a professional teacher or a lecturer.
Okay.
But fortunately, I was given admission to Federal College of Education Special in Oyo. So when I got there, that's when I see people with different kind of needs, different kind of disability.
Wow.
So that was where I started having interest to know more about persons with disability, and I grew my interest from there.
Wow. That is really amazing. So, okay, so when you discovered that interest, did you start doing stuff? What were the things you did immediately? Did you start immediately? Did you start doing things relating to that immediately? Or when did you start, when you discovered your passion, what were the things you did when you discovered your passion? You again.
I went close to them. So to know more about them, you need to be their friends first. Even apart from being a teacher or being a family of a person with disability, the most important thing is being their friend. So I become friends with them, go close to know their different things.
Okay.
Should I continue? Hello?
Hello, I'm here with you, man. I didn't hear what you said again.
So, we should not talk about Domingo.
Hello, ma'am.
I said, if you want to know more about person with disability, you must be their friend first. The first thing you have to do is going close to them and become friends with them.
Okay.
So, later I discover my passion, I know I'm going to work with them. I become friends with person with disability to know their differences. Hello?
Yes, I'm with you, ma'am.
Okay, sorry.
I'm with you, ma.
Yeah. So when you're friend with them, you get to know more about them. You get to understand the difference, the challenges, and the problem facing persons with disability.
Wow. Okay.
So I immediately make one of them a roommate. So to know their capacity, it's the weakness, and so on.
Okay.
So from there, as a friend, so after my NCE, I went to work with a home that deal with persons with disability in Lagos.
Wow.
So during that time, having students with disability to work with every day for a whole year got me more close to them. So now, then I know I'm very, very sure it's my passion. It's not I just feel like doing it. So knowing it's my passion, then I did my degree on special education. So then you got to know you're now a professional, and now you know the things that is needed to treat persons with disability. So that was how things got work with them. And moreover, working with person with disability, you need to be tolerant. So I got to understand that you need to be tolerant, and you should always understand that differences always go to their mind once in a while. Affect them emotionally, socially, and otherwise. So that was when I started my own advocacy, talking to people that being a family of persons with disability is not only the good thing about it. We have to be a friend. If you want to help them, you need to be their friend. Be their friends where they can open up to you. So I did my first advocacy program during my NYSC in Delta State. Where I call it Let's Go Inclusive. So I talk about that in their radio and their television stations and Delta State Advocacy Corporation and their NCA there. So when I talk about this, I can see it bring up some positive changes or positive results to them. Yes. Because it makes people to understand more. It brings up more light to person and the teachers, the parents, and family of person with disability.
Wow. I really loved what you did with your passion, ma'am.
I started my own NGO. Yeah, thank you. So immediately after my NYSC, I started my own NGO that I named Network for Inclusion of Persons with Disability, because inclusion is a worldwide assignment that is meant for everybody in the community, in the country, and the whole worldwide. Because having inclusion, according to the South African statement of 1994, is bringing all together socially, educationally, economically, and otherwise. So working as an inclusive advocate, you have to understand the fact that you need to work with both the society and person with disability. Let person with disability know what they're going to face in society, and let person with the society let them understand that there are other people that have differences in the community.
Okay.
So that was when I started my own NGO, started registration, our own school and home, we do rehab. Then we try to let people understand. That was how we started, and we thank God for where we are today.
Wow, that's really, really amazing, Sam. I must commend your work. Like, you are really doing much. Like, you are doing so well. So how many years have that organization been in existence now? How many years? And why did you start that? And also, have you been seeing the results, the reasons, like the vision with which you started that? Have you been seeing the manifestation of what you expect, your vision, your plan for that organization to bring?
Yes, by God's grace, yes. The answer is a very big yes, because we started in, let's say, 2 years now, and we are able to organize the first ever disability sports event in Oyo State, whereby the visually impaired they play blind football. We have go ball, we have wheelchair race, and others like that, which has never happened before in Oyo State. So we are the first to organize that, and that makes people people understand the fact that people with disability also they are doing well in sports, in powerlifting, and others like that. And also, we train people in vocational skills.
Wow.
Train people in vocational skills whereby it's not helping them now. We have those. We train physically challenged. We train in shoemaking. We have here we play that of training sewing. We have those that we have trained in air pressure making, toilet soap, toilet, a lot of things, cream, biggest flowers, and more. So, and they are using it as their own daily living skill needs now. They now use it as their own way of earning means.
Wow.
And idea of putting food into their table, make them more independent.
Wow.
And then we also help them in their marital life, because people with disability they face a lot, especially our female. They face a lot in getting a partner. We also do counseling, we do matchmaking and more. So we're seeing results. We're seeing results.
Wow.
Because we're seeing results, and it's helping. We pray. We do more. We do
Yes.
more of our vision.
Amen.
But for now, according to where we are now, it looks like we started for 10, 15 years.
Wow.
And it's just 2 years. So we thank God.
Wow.
We're really working up.
Wow, this is really amazing. Like, I really love what I'm hearing. I really love what I'm hearing from you as regarding this organization. And I know that your plans, all these visions, everything will come to pass by God's grace. Okay, so I have another question here. The other time you said that your experience with disability, people with disabilities have taught you tolerance. What are other lessons too that you were able to learn dealing with people with disabilities? Other lessons you were able to learn dealing with people with disabilities apart from tolerance that you mentioned earlier?
All lesson I learned is we should how to pity as in some person with disability. The way you pity them also affect their psychological or emotional aspects, because having a feelings that make them feel like what is their condition is more or less like a bigger condition on like what is happening to them. Like too much of pity also affect them mentally.
Wow.
And also I got to understand the fact that they are also in the regular world and they can do just like the persons in the regular world. For instance, we have people with visually impaired that can aid hair.
Wow.
That will plant hair for you, and you feel like, wow, what is this? So working with them makes you understand that they're just like a regular person in the world. Am I communicating?
Yes.
So I'm able to understand the fact that they also have feelings, they also have emotions, they also have they also have thinking. Like those of our regular society. The only difference is the physically appearance, the physical challenge they are having. So I also learned the fact that it is not a cost. With them, it makes understand that challenges can happen to anybody in life. Because there are some they've given birth, they are above school before losing their maybe sight, hearing, or legs that makes them physically challenged or visually impaired, or maybe visually impaired also. So it's working with them is to understand that it's not a cause and it's what can happen to anybody in life. It's a whole lot of life challenges. Either we have the post, or we have the period, we have the postnatal cause of the challenges. So it makes you understand the fact that it's not a barrier at all. And also, working with them makes you understand that all women has psychological opinion to contribute to the society. Because, like for instance, if I'm trying to make a decision in the organization, I call each one person from each cluster, like one person from visually impaired, one person from hearing repair, one person from physically challenged, and also. So they have to bring their own ideas.
Wow.
Bring their own opinion.